semester. Okay. Progressing on to that, or from that, the course description. This is an in-depth look at relevant topics within the sport industry. We will be hearing from a number of professionals as they share their insight and experiences with us. And I have a couple different assignments that will allow you to kind of gain insight from other people. Okay, and I'll be able to kind of touch on that as we go through the assignment outlook on kind of the second to last page. But anyway, I want this course to be something that's very useful for you. Okay, there's a lot of professors out there that kind of, look at their classes kind of being the only thing that you need to be worrying about during the course of the semester. I'm not going to bullshit you. I want you to be able to kind of grab the information that you think is going to be relevant for you, and I want you to be able to apply it once you leave Wartburg. Okay, I'm a very practical person. I want this to be a good experience for you. I'm not going to overload you with a bunch of nonsense. Okay, I'm a pretty straight shooter when it comes to this type of stuff. Hopefully you guys can appreciate that. I'm sure with kind of everything that's been going on the last year, I think you will appreciate that as well. Assignment submissions, for the most part, I will be using the My Wartburg platform as a way for you to submit all of your assignments. There's really not a whole lot of assignments going on in this class. It's only worth 850 points. With that being said, though, this is going to be a writing intensive course. Okay, all of the assignments will be papers or essays, with the exception of one. You will be giving a presentation kind of during that, I think it's the first week of April, kind of as like a culminating class project, I guess. Some of the learning outcomes, you can read through those. Mostly just kind of recapping what I already touched on. I want this to be a very practical and useful class for you. I want you to be able to kind of pick and choose all the information that's going to be relevant for you and your career goals once you leave Wartburg. Okay, so hopefully I've kind of selected some interesting topics. I won't bore you with all of the the chapters that we'll be reading. I listed them on the last page of the syllabus, but we will get to that in a moment. Okay. Once again, I'll kind of talk through the format of this class right now. And I actually have one of your classmates here sitting in the classroom with me, but we're going to work through Zoom until further notice. Okay. I want everybody to get settled. I want everybody to establish a good routine, and I'm going to be in the classroom. I have all of the resources. I'll share my screen here in a bit, but until further notice, this will be kind of the class format or the class medium that we will be using. Okay, this is going to allow me to record all of our class periods, more or less. Okay, we have a couple students here in this class that will be kind of more or less kind of going through an online type of format. They have been in communication with me, and that is something that we will be working through. But this allows all of you that are here on campus to more or less kind of watch the recordings as we go through and get ready for assignments. You'll be able to watch lectures. I will most likely be posting those lectures to a YouTube channel that I will create. That way it's all online for you. I'll send everybody a link once I start progressing through that. But for the most part, I think that's going to be pretty helpful for everybody. Just once again, as a reference point, as we really get moving through the course of the semester. I believe that sums everything up on page 1. Okay, attendance policy. Once again, we're all here on campus for the most part. The biggest thing I ask is just for you to communicate with me. Okay, since I'm recording all of the lectures, if you're able to make class, be here. Okay, that's all that I ask. But as athletic seasons start to really roll here in the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, more or less this semester, please communicate with me. Okay. I don't want you reaching out at 8 o'clock on a Tuesday or Thursday morning saying that you're not going to be in class because you have to, hop on a bus at noon to make an event or something like that. Okay. Just communicate with me. Okay. I'm a very flexible person. I'm very easygoing, but make sure you're handling things in a appropriate way. Okay. I understand if things, come up, they always do. But just make sure you're communicating with me in an appropriate manner. Okay. Honor code. I don't need to go over that. We'll transition all the way down to the grading scale. Okay. I believe in a 10-point grading scale. I'm not sure what other professors use. I don't really care. I'm using a 10-point grading scale because I am able to do so. Okay. We will transition over to the assignment overview. Okay, that's the second to last page. I'm actually going to share my screen for this just so we can all be on the same page. Okay. Share. Can everybody see that? Thinking that is a yes. Daniel Peterson, can you just give me a thumbs up if you can see that screen? Okay, awesome. Thank you. You were the first one that I saw. Sorry for calling you out. But scrolling all the way down to that second to last page, the assignment overview, exam 1 and exam 2, you can see the associated dates with those. Those are just going to be kind of open response type questions, okay? I am very much a person that wants to hear your thoughts, original thoughts. So those will certainly be kind of essay type exams, okay? I envision, me giving you 3 to 4, maybe 5 questions. You pick, 3 or 4 of them, something like that. I like the flexibility with essay type responses. And I think that is the route that I'm going to go. Okay. Leadership podcast reflection. I'm really big into podcasts. I found a really good one that I am excited about, discussing leadership and kind of team culture type stuff. So I will have you, I'll kind of go through, give you my overview, my thoughts and notes on the podcast. I will have you listen to it, and then once again, we will be writing a paper. Okay. Now these guest speaker reflections. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing my screen so I can actually see you all here. Okay. Those, I have a lot of contacts all over the sport industry. Okay. And during my academic experience, my program at York College had guest speakers come in and actually share their experiences. I really enjoyed that. So I certainly wanted to bring that to you all. So a couple of them, I'll breeze through it pretty quick. Listed in no particular order. Mr. Travis Richardson, he is a PhD student at a college or at a university in Germany. He is majoring in sport economics, and he works for a more or less a sponsorship company based in the US. So he has a wealth of knowledge as we kind of go through the middle portion of the semester. I believe we are going to have him speak in early March. Okay, my friend Jenny Hinkle, she works at NBC Sports in New Haven, Connecticut. So she is kind of more on the marketing and PR aspects of sport, which is obviously NBC is a huge company. So I'm very fired up about having her speak with you all. And we will have Jenny actually speak with us in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. I believe it's February 8th or 9th, something like that. So Mr. Ben Mochin, Ben was a teammate of mine at York College. He was a very accomplished high school soccer player. He had an awesome career at York. He works for the Philadelphia Union. Okay, he's a soccer guy just like I am. He actually works in the front office for the Philadelphia Union. He's from Philly. He lives in Philly. So I'm excited to have somebody that works in a professional sports organization talk with you. He does a lot of cool things. And then lastly, my friend Sarah, she works within kind of the St. Louis Cardinals organization. She actually works for Roger Dean Stadium, where the St. Louis Cardinals and the Miami Marlins have their spring training down in Jupiter, Florida. Okay. I actually recorded her conversation yesterday morning, and I think there is a lot of content that's going to be pretty relevant for young professionals like yourself as you're navigating through school, hoping to, get internships and ultimately kind of find a career, whether that's in sport, business, whatever. I just want to be able to get you a lot of information, and you're able to do that with talking through different topics with current professionals. Okay. Now, I included a note. I have 4 total interviews. We are going to only be doing 3 reflections on those. Okay. So you can do the first 3, you can do the last 3, you can do a combination. I wanted to be, if you're particularly passionate about whatever topic, I want you to be able to really focus on those. And maybe you don't really have an interest in sport economics, which is a very dense topic. Maybe you don't want to write a reflection on Travis's presentation. That's fine. He won't mind. He's a pretty big nerd like I am, so we kind of get into it a little bit. Then lastly, I'm going to share my screen again. We're good. The last 2 assignments, one will be an interview paper. Okay. So my thought is I'm going to have each of you kind of do some homework, do some self-reflection on what types of people you find interesting that work in sport. And I'm actually going to have you conduct an interview with them. You're going to have you write a paper on it, and then you're actually prepare a presentation and give that to the class. Okay. Once again, that assignment won't really take place until kind of that first 2 weeks of April. So much farther down the road, but that's something important to kind of think about and, start to jot down some different notes as we get rolling, and maybe even as we start going through some of the different topics that we will be discussing. Okay, and then the last page on that syllabus is more or less just kind of a schedule. Okay, very simple. You'll notice that our exam date, I have set it for April 20th. Okay, so that is, I believe, a week sooner than the academic calendar that Wartburg uses has given us. Okay, I believe our exam is slated for the 27th, but I am going to give it to you on the 20th. Okay, I want to be out on the front end of things. Once again, it's going to be kind of a more essay type format. That way, that'll give you, proper exam week to focus on some other classes, other things that are going on. And that will also allow us to kind of have a little bit of flexibility. You can see I've given us kind of 2 flex periods just in case, things, especially on my end, kind of as we get into the, into the spring season, where, my team will be competing, weather delays, things like that, things come up, but I wanted to be able to have the flexibility. But as of right now, we're going to have our course end on April 20th. Okay, so that is the game plan. Okay, well, any questions? Any questions on things so far, kind of before we progress into the second portion of today's activity? I've already taken up 20 minutes. I want to be able to get you out of here in about 45 to 60 minutes today. But any questions, feel free to unmute yourself and speak up. If you have questions, I'll give about 10 seconds and then I'll move on if there's no questions. Okay.
What those 4 people you're talking about are all talking live, or you said one you recorded a conversation?
Go ahead. I'm having issues hearing you. Sorry.
You said there were 4 people who talked to us.
Oh,
Are
yes.
all of them
Sorry.
going to be live?
Yep. So I will have, because of the nature of Sarah Campbell's work schedule, obviously spring training is scheduled to start. And once she gets started with her season, she's going to be difficult to get a hold of. So I recorded her conversation yesterday, actually, but the other 3, Travis, Ben, and Jenny, will be live via Zoom. I wish I had the resources and the travel restrictions to bring them into campus. I think ultimately, if I continue teaching this course, I am going to really kind of push for that and kind of have a collection of different people actually join us here in the classroom. But at least for this year, it will be kind of in a Zoom format like this, where I'll more or less kind of be conducting the interview. And then my thought is kind of the last 15, 20-ish minutes, I'll have everybody kind of generate a question. Then I will call people out randomly to ask questions, and then things like that. So hopefully, Jack, I answered that question. Was that good? Okay, good deal. Any other questions? I'll go like another 5-6 seconds before I move on. Going once, twice. Okay, good. So you have heard enough from me. I want to hear from you. So I have the class list here. Okay. I want to just get a quick introduction from each of you. So it is alphabetical. Okay. So I am going to, some of the things that I'd like you to quick touch on just very quickly, 5, 6, 10 seconds, whatever, and then we'll move on. But your name, what year you are currently here at Wartburg, what you're studying. Okay. So 3, any activities, clubs, sports teams that you're involved with, and then your dream job post Wartburg. Okay. Does that make sense? Should be pretty easy. Okay. First up, Hannah Anderson.
Okay, so I'm Hannah Anderson. I am a junior. I'm a business administration major with concentrations in sport management and marketing, and then a leadership minor.
Okay.
And I'm on the basketball team. And then a dream job would be something in sport management, like working with a sports team or coaching.
Good deal. I like that. That's perfect. Once again, 5, 10 seconds. Carson Bellis. Did I pronounce your last name correctly? Carson.
Yep.
Perfect.
All right. I'm Carson Bellis. I'm a business administration major, also studying sports management. And I'm a junior here. I play golf, and my dream job would be something in the golf industry.
Okay, good. Nicholas.
I'm Nicholas Bolweg, but I go by Cole. I'm a junior here. I'm studying business as a major, and then I'm also studying sports management for a concentration. I play football here, and my dream job would be a general manager of the athletic football team or baseball team, something like that.
Okay, good. Jordan.
Me, Shaleni.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm Jordan Shaleni. I'm a 3rd-year business major with a minor in data analytics and concentration in sport management. And my dream job, probably something along the lines of like sport analytics.
Okay. That's awesome, because that's actually what Travis originally got into. That's what his master's degree is. So I'm actually pumped to be like, that's somewhat relevant. Okay, that's like a really small and new niche within the sport industry. So that's awesome. Okay, Cade Daughtry. Did I pronounce the last name correctly?
It's Doherty, but
Okay, sorry, Dory.
It's okay. I'm Cade. I'm a junior. I'm a business administration major with a concentration in sports management. I play basketball here, and a dream job, I mean, kind of like everybody else, some in the lines of a sports team if possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal. Cade Davis.
Yeah, my video isn't working, but
All good.
all right. I'm Kay Davis. I'm a first year. I'm studying business. I play tennis here, and what I'm looking to do is I'm planning on being an AD.
We'll be up next. I can. Be good. Go ahead, Cade. Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
no, you're good. You're good. I'm Kay Davis. I'm a first year. I'm a business major. I play tennis here, and after college, I plan on becoming an AD.
Good. I like that. Go ahead.
Freddie Hush, third year. I play football.
Good. So we have Freddie Hosh here in the classroom. He plays for the football team. Are you a junior? Junior. And he is ultimately wanting to get into kind of sport performance, training young athletes, chiropractor, not really sure, but something kind of in the sport performance. So that was a good response by Freddie. Justin Hurd. No Justin Hurd. Going once, twice. Okay. Marking that down. Okay. Brennan Emol. Did I pronounce that correctly?
It's Emil.
Emol. Okay.
And then I'm a sports management and finance major. I'm a first year. I'm a student assistant for the women's basketball team.
Okay.
And the dream job would either be college coaching or college athletic director.
Awesome. Love that. Parker.
Yeah, Ingemels is the last name.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm a junior here on the basketball team. I'm a sport management major. My dream job is to go to graduate school in sports management and work in like the management or marketing NBA or MLB team.
Okay. Good. I like that. Andrew Joel.
It's Joel,
Joel. Okay.
and I'm a third year business major with a focus in sport management. I'm on the bowling team, and my dream job would probably be to work for a professional team, baseball or football.
Okay. Good deal. Keegan John.
I'm Keegan John. I'm a third year. I play basketball, and my dream job would probably be something in stocks.
Okay. Finance related. Good. Donovan Jorges.
I'm Donovan Juarez. I'm a third year business major with a concentration in sports management. I'm on the football team, and my dream job would be a professional baseball umpire.
Okay. Riley Conrady.
My name is Riley Conrady,
Conrady. Okay.
and I'm a second year, and I am a business major, and I'm on the football team, and my dream job would be something to do with finance in the sports industry.
Okay. Good. Mr. Kiner.
I'm Brady Kiner. I'm a fourth year here. Business admin with marketing and management concentrations. On the wrestling team, and then my dream job would be like run a wrestling club or be a coach.
Okay. Good. Christopher Lucas.
My name is Chris Lucas. I'm a fourth year, major in journalism and communications. I run track and field here, and my dream job would be to be a track and field coach as well as a sports broadcaster for football and track and field.
Good. I like that a lot. Daniel Peterson.
I'm Daniel Peterson. I'm a sophomore, business administration with concentration in sports management. Last year, I worked with the men's basketball team, but I'm not this year due to not being in the country. But dream job is college basketball coach.
Okay. I like that. Niall Peterson. Last couple here.
I'm Niall Peterson. I'm a first year. I am a business administration major with a concentration in sports management. I'm on the tennis team here, and a dream job would just be probably something in sports. I haven't really decided that yet.
Yep. Good. There's certainly a lot out there. Mr. Andrew Rush.
Hello, I'm Andrew Rush. I'm a business administration major, sports management concentration. I'm on the golf and shooting team, and my dream job is to be an NHL GM.
Okay. Luca Scheibler.
Scheibler.
Okay.
I'm Luca. I'm also a business major with concentration in sports management. And depending on if I stay in the US, then I want to work somewhere with the NHL. And if I go back, I probably want to work with a Bundesliga soccer team.
Good. Good. Grayson Trevino.
Yeah, so my name is Grace Trevino. I am a fitness management and a health studies major with a minor in business and then a concentration in sports management. I'm on the football and track team, and my dream job is to either be a coach or kind of own my own athletic facility or complex.
Okay, good. Peter Unmacht. Did I pronounce the last name correctly?
Unmacht.
Unmacht, okay.
Peter Unmacht. I'm a second year business administration major with sport management concentration. And my dream job would probably be sports broadcast or something with the marketing of a professional team.
Okay, good. Jack Weber.
And I'm a business administration major with a concentration in sports management, and marketing. I play tennis here, and a dream job was being in a sports data analytics, community engagement, marketing, or game day operations for a pro football team.
Okay, good. And then Jordan, are you with us or no?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, perfect. Oh, excuse me. We have 3 Jordans in the class. Sorry. Yesek? Yesek? I don't think he's with us. I knew about that one. Okay, good. So good. I'm glad to kind of hear from everybody. It looks like for the most part, that was everybody. Once again, I'm not sure when the ad drop date is, so we may have some people coming in. We may have, excuse me, sorry. May have some people wanting to drop. That's fine. I just ask that you communicate with me. Should be pretty easy. But once again, I just want to be able to have or create a class really that's going to be pretty useful for everybody. You know, that was one of my big things when I was in college. Just, you know, give it to me straight. What things do I really need to know in order to be a successful, you know, sport manager or a successful coach? For me, I knew pretty early on that I wanted to get into coaching. So I was able to kind of navigate my undergrad career to, you know, pursue opportunities that were really going to allow me to be competitive in college athletics when I was starting to apply for jobs when I graduated with my undergrad degree. So that is more or less everything I have for today. We were able to touch on a few things that I was going to have us do breakout rooms with, but I'm glad we were able to kind of touch on what everybody, you know, more or less was wanting to pursue after graduation from here at Wartburg. So that is everything I have today. I will go, I'll give about 10 seconds. Once again, if anybody has questions, if there are no questions after that 10 seconds, feel free to log off. I will stick around for probably another 10 minutes. So if you want to kind of speak or ask questions kind of more on an individual basis, I will do that. But 10 seconds starting now. And then if no questions, we are good to go. Okay.
Do we have any homework that's due on Thursday?
For this Thursday, no. No, nothing you need to prepare for. I guess if you have your textbook, you can kind of read over chapter 1. That's what we'll be discussing more or less. But for the most part, nothing pressing on Thursday. Good question. And that's about 10 seconds. So once again, I'll stick around if anybody has any kind of more individual based questions. But if not, you're free to go. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you.
I just have a few questions.
Yeah, go for it.
Regarding the fully remote learning.
Yep.
As you might remember from my email, I'm Danish and I'm in Denmark currently.
Right.
Big thing is I hope to be able to return to campus at some point this semester.
Right.
Although I'm not sure if I will
Mm-hmm.
be able to. Will there be an owl cam in the classroom so that I can actually take part when we start, like when the others start meeting in person?
Yes. Yes,
Just
absolutely.
videos.
It's right here.
Okay.
I'll try and flip you around, but there is one here in the classroom. I was trying to fiddle with it, but since today it's really just kind of me in here. Really kind of, I figured this webcam was actually going to be more than fine, but yes, my plan is hopefully once, the good part is our class is small enough in terms of total numbers where we all will be able to kind of physically and social distance in the classroom. And yourself and Jordan are kind of in the same boat, just kind of unable to get back to campus at this current time. So I think between the owl cam, kind of the video types recordings, I think we're going to be able to kind of put together a plan for you where you're not going to be falling behind, just trying to play catch up or something like that. I think you're obviously super proactive with your communication, which I very much appreciate. And we'll be able to kind of sort it out. So yes, once everybody gets into the classroom, I'll be able to fire up the owl, and it'll be a somewhat normal-ish classroom type experience for you via the owl.
Yeah, the most important thing I found through remote learning, last semester I wasn't on campus either.
Right.
I was actually living in Armenia at the time, so I had an even larger time difference.
Right.
And I just found like the most important part about this remote learning experience is just that there is an understanding and a expectation between, like, so I know what you expect from me, and you know what I expect to be able to do on my.
Exactly. I think that's the biggest key. I'm pretty familiar with kind of like the distance learning type setup. For a lot of my career, especially during my my master's program, it was a lot of online based Zoom stuff. So I feel as though kind of with that experience plus your experience going through it last semester, I think we're going to be able to piece something together really, really well, and make it, pretty manageable for both of us. Now, Jordan, the other guy that's kind of in the same boat as you, he isn't planning on returning to campus during the semester. Obviously, you're going to try to. Now, what we are planning to do with Jordan, and depending upon your travel situation coming back, if you're going to be able to get here, just so much is up in the air.
Exactly.
For the presentation that you're going to be giving kind of in April, he and I are just going to kind of schedule an individual Zoom meeting where, it'll probably be in the evening for him. For you, I'm open to getting up at, if it's noon your time and it's, 5, 6 a.m. here, I'm fine with that. I'm a morning person anyway. So even if, your travel situation is extended and you're not able to get back until May term or whenever, we'll be able to set something up, and I'm not going to, penalize you for not being here or whatever. Like I said, I'm pretty flexible, as long as we're, communicating and establishing, some ground rules with, assignments and things like that, it's going to be pretty easy. What is the time difference? Is it 6 hours?
7 hours currently,
7 hours.
but you go off daylight savings at a different time than we do. So there's a small period of time where it will be 8 hours, as far as I remember.
Okay.
But I can't remember when that is. I'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
But that's the thing. It's not unmanageable right now. I remember last semester I had a class that finished at midnight for me, which was
challenging after a full day.
That's the thing. I had my schedule completely flipped. Like I ate dinner at 2 a.m. I got up at 2 p.m.
Yeah. So is that kind of what you're planning on doing this semester? Just kind of more or less having a Central Standard Time being your physical time, I guess?
No, I'm gonna try not to. I also work. I work as a substitute teacher.
Okay.
So I do that during the day now. So I have a reason to get up in the morning, and that feels incredible. I did not have that last semester. So that's why. Like, I have been up for a bunch of hours now. I've been active all day. So sometimes I might yawn during class. It's not because I just rolled out of bed or because I'm very uninterested. It's just long day.
Yeah, of course. No, I think kind of what we discussed through email and then obviously in this conversation, I think we're going to be set up to, have you do really well in this class. Once again, I'm all about kind of the flexibility and the, kind of what's important. I'm going to be a pretty straight shooter with everybody. So I'm not going to, have you do a bunch of extra work and not really get anything out of it. So kind of more of a condensed and not necessarily accelerated version of class, but I think considering that, everybody's kind of all over the place with COVID, it helps to kind of have that flexibility for sure. So any other questions for me? Anything that you're kind of worried about or that we can kind of talk through?
Not as of right now. I don't think so.
Okay.
I look forward to taking the course. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, for sure. And once again, just continue to use email as a good form of communication. I'm really receptive, as you know, so we'll be able to tackle anything, and of course I'm happy to stick around after or before class if you have specific questions.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Yep, you got it. Well, enjoy your night since it's almost 9 o'clock there. But
have a great day.
Thursday. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.